This week's survival tip has been brought to you by Survival Supplies Australia.
Australia's got some of the most deadly animals on the planet and most of the most venomous snakes. Often people say, when you see a snake, just stay still. Now that's true unless the snake's coming at you and it's going to bite you, then take off. Watch out you don't trip over. But if you do get bitten by a snake, it's really important to wrap up the entire limb. So put your pressure bandage on first, which you can get from Survival Supplies Australia. Wrap up the entire limb and try and immobilise it. So you've got your first pressure bandage on, then you can put a couple of sticks, or if you've got a proper splint, then that's great, and wrap the whole thing up again. Try and get the person to breathe, calm down as hard as it is, to stay calm when you've been bitten by a snake, and make sure, if you possibly can, right there and then to call 000. Now this is a fairly standard way of treating a snake bite. There used to be some pretty brutal ways in the past, such as cutting the limb off or trying to suck the venom out. Neither of those worked. So if you don't have a bandage, I can show you a bit of a handy tip that you can use in the bush in the absence of a snake bandage. If you had nothing else, there's certain plants like this Goin lily that you could use to wrap up a wound, including a snake bite. Now, certainly wouldn't be my go-to, but if I needed to, this stuff's pretty good. This is one that I've made a bit supple over the fire. You can hold it in your hand like this, and I've used it to wrap up wounds quite a few times on myself and others. And it does a half-decent job. Again, it's not my go-to, but in desperate situations, there is things out there that you can use in the bush for wounds and also for snake bites.